Hi, this is Drew from Skinny WordPress, and one of the questions that we get asked all the time is how can I keep people from stealing my stuff and passing it off as their own? Well, this problem only seems to be getting worse as the internet continues to grow and the need for original content grows along with it, whether it's video, text, or images. And unfortunately, some people have decided that it's a lot easier to steal someone else's stuff than it is to actually sit down and create the content themselves. Well, one thing we can do to protect our own content is to try to make it as difficult as possible for them to take it. Now, if you're currently running a WordPress website, you might not realize that everything that you have ever uploaded to that website has been saved into a folder that by default anyone online has access to. Let me show you what I mean. Here, for example, is our website. Now, if we go to our WP content/uploads, what we see is the directory here and everything inside that directory. Now, the people who are looking for your content are familiar enough with the WordPress software because it is so popular that they know that this directory is here. They know how to find it and they know what they're looking for. And in this directory, like I said, this is everything that you've uploaded to your website. If we go to a year, what we'll see is all the months. And in those months, if we pick one, you can see all of these images that we uploaded in that particular month in that particular year. Now, this is nice that WordPress organizes them like this, but it's not so good that anyone online has access to them. So for example, you can simply click one of these images here and then they can download it to their computer. Well, obviously this is not something that you really want to have accessible to anyone out there. And honestly, there's no reason that anyone needs to access your uploads folder, including yourself, through a web browser. You can do this through your FTP program. You can do it through your WordPress dashboard. You don't want to have public access to your uploads folder. So what we can do is try to find a way to protect our uploads folder by inserting a file in there that will prevent them from having access. And it's pretty simple to do this. All we need to do is open up a empty text file, whether from TextEdit or Notepad, and we're going to put a little bit of code in here. Now, some people suggest putting a blank HTML page in here, and so when they try to pull up the uploads directory, all they get is a blank page. Well, and that works perfectly fine. What we're going to do is we're going to actually make it one better, and we're going to set a URL redirect, which means that anytime they try to pull up your uploads folder, they're going to be redirected to your main website. All we have to do is insert these 4 lines of code into a file. Now, one thing that you're going to want to change is this URL right here, and I will put this code at the bottom that you can download, and we're going to save it as a .txt file. Now, it really doesn't matter what you call it at this point, as long as you can find it later. We're going to pull up our FTP program. Now, just like in here, we go to WP content/uploads in our website, and these are the files, and this should look pretty familiar right here. This is the same thing we're looking at right there, which is why we don't need access through our web browser. So what we're going to do is we're going to upload this new file that we just created. We're going to put it in our uploads folder, and it's right here. And now we're going to rename it. We're going to rename it index, but instead of a txt file, we're going to make it a PHP file, which is a programming file that will actually tell the computer to redirect it to our website. And that's all we really need to do. Once we have our index PHP file in here, we can leave our FTP program. What we're going to do is we're going to copy this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to open up a new tab. And what's going to happen is it's going to automatically redirect it to our website. So instead of anyone pulling up this directory and having access to any of this, they'll simply be redirected to our website. It's a great, simple solution. It will take 5 minutes of your time and it will help protect the contents of your website and all of your upload folders.